Welcome to Rocket Garage, and on this episode the Bronco is going to get aligned. We're going to finish up some mechanical things, and then we're going to take this thing for a test drive. For me, it'll be my birthday. For you guys, I don't know when this video is going to come out, but anyways, before I take this thing to the alignment shop, I figured I'd show you under the truck while it's on the trailer. Everything's pretty much the same from the last episode, if you've seen that. I did go ahead and weld both of those plates on there. I was underneath tightening bolts, double checking everything, and I was like, you know what, I might as well do it. Stop being lazy about it. So those are put on, everything's done, ready for the alignment. Without further ado, let's take this thing to the shop. It is not July anymore. It's the end of December, but I did actually drive the Bronco on my birthday. It's just taken me a while to actually finish this video, but I have the printout of the alignment shop and all the numbers. So I'll put a little screenshot up here on the video, but -1 degree of camber on the left front, +5 degree camber on the right front, which is actually what I measured. The cam bushing, the adjustable cam bushing actually got stuck while they were trying to adjust it. So I'm probably just going to knock that out and get a -1 degree for the left front and then just call it good. Or I might do a 1.5 degree and match the right side. I don't know yet. Anyways, caster was 5 degrees pretty much on both sides, which I measured 7. So I was a little off, probably didn't measure completely level while I was on the lift, but 5 degrees is actually pretty good. It drives nice. Toe was really bad when I brought it in, and now the toe is just about perfect. Truck drives straight, goes down a dirt road without actually trying to walk out on you, any bump steer or anything. So I'm happy with exactly how it turned out. Like I said, I might go back and fix the camber, but -1 degree, it's really not going to wear anything out. +5 degrees is fine. So let's go around the truck and I'll show you guys everything else I did that I didn't videotape, just to get it running and get it on the road and at least running as good as it will. So I ended up replacing the master and the booster because the master was leaking into the booster and then the booster was leaking out. So now the brakes feel phenomenal. They've never felt this good. Actually, this is an aluminum master cylinder, so it's not going to rust, which is kind of cool. I did have to reflare this part of it. I knocked some of the spring off of it and then just reflared it. That thing spun off. Turned out fine. Also did cap, rotor, plugs, wires. Put the air cleaner back on it. There's a new air filter in it. I got rid of all the vacuum lines that I'm not using anymore and then just either plugged them or rerouted them to other open spots. So now there's not a whole lot of vacuum leaks. Already fixed the relay, redid the battery cable, and then I ended up having to get a new starter. That's really the reason why the relay kept frying. The starter was bad. The Bendix ended up being broken anyways, so the starter was gonna have to be replaced. I'm surprised this thing ever ran and as good as it did, because there's the intake. That's just been open. I know that crosses over through this, but this was rusted out. So it's just been breathing through this, as well as through that. That's insane. Well, that took a little too long, but we have the EGR plugged up. This was seized in there, stripped out a few threads, but I was able to jam it in there. And then you saw that little clip of me redoing those EGR lines, blocking all that stuff off. I was trying to find a Canadian plate that doesn't have all the EGR, but I made that work. It's gonna do fine. Probably already showed this on another video, but got new mirrors. That helps out a lot. Ended up getting a new fair lead because I smashed my other one up when I was bombing through some trees. So the winch is functional again. I did break that clip already, winching a truck on a trailer, but I'll go into town and get a new one. Poop. Another thing I did was, over the years, we've ended up kicking off those lights. So I went on Amazon and found some. I think they were painless lights. So now I've got some under dash lights back where they should be. That just needs a bulb, but everything else is actually in pretty good shape now. Have not done the floors, but don't worry about that. One last thing before we take this thing for a test drive is I've replaced the rear window seals. So this top seal and inner and outer. Now leaves don't go down in there, and then the windows don't rattle, along with new felt all in these windows. And now, yeah, works pretty good. This truck still burns a ton of oil, but other than the oil burning and lack of power, it runs pretty good. Starts right up. No vacuum leaks. I like it. I'm gonna drive down one of these back roads behind my house that's pretty bumpy. Hopefully you guys get a pretty good idea of how this thing rides. I mean, my driveway's not any better. This is full throttle up a hill, by the way. We're doing 33 miles. Nah, we're doing 40. Downhills are perfect though. So the last thing I did before I actually took this thing on a road trip, we went about 85 miles to my buddy's lake house, and drove great. Just doesn't really like the highways. 70 is like tops. If the engine was a little bit healthier, we would have done it no problem. It used to do the highways no problem. So I've got an engine sitting in the shop that I want to put in this truck. Maybe spruce it up, but nothing crazy. I just want to drive the truck. Ride's great. After this, there's a straightaway, and I'll show you how straight it drives. We're out on the road, but it's pretty good. Brakes are phenomenal. I love the 17s. Tires are technically a 33. E-brake works. It's never been this nice. So the battery on my phone is about to die. So you might not have any audio, but we're gonna go down this dirt road, or gravel road, whatever. Asphalt road, come on, get it together. So if my phone dies, I'll voice over. The truck drives great. This road is really bumpy, and it's really curvy, so you kind of bounce in between all the lines, but here it is. Wham, nothing. Nothing. I mean, this thing cruises. With the caster that's in this setup, I love it. Here's a hill. Woo! Yeah. It's very fun. If you're thinking about doing this and you're on the fence, I would say either buy the kit, or if you feel up to the task, build your own. It wasn't that crazy hard. A welder, a grinder, an angle finder. Turned out amazing. I love it. Oh yeah. Woo! We are doing about 45 right now on this road, and you don't even notice it. This is a terrible road, by the way. Bilstein shocks, 5100s. That's going to be it for this episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this little series of a poor man's long travel kit build. I'll link all the videos, if you haven't seen them, in the description below. But if you're thinking about doing this, I recommend doing it. It's a lot of work, don't get me wrong. It's about 40 hours worth of work to get this set up the way I got it. Bilstein shocks, 2-inch block lift in the rear, 1.5 spacers, F250 coils, extended radius arms, cut and turn beams, stock width beams. Everything turned out great. Stock steering. I do want to upgrade the steering. I do want to upgrade and just fix the engine. It's very low on power. I would say like half. But I think the next video I'm going to do on this is actually going to be off-roading it. This truck, if you haven't seen any videos of it, does have a locker in the front, just a lunchbox, Spartan locker. Open diff rear, which I probably am going to change that maybe to a limited slip or maybe a locker. Don't know yet. Anyways, thanks for watching, liking, subscribing. If I can't say it too many times, if you want to do this swap, just dive in, start cutting your truck up. Have a good one. Eat more possum.